Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I hope everything and everyone is doing well. Welcome back with once again for new video and a new case. Here is what are you all doing? Tell me now. Today's case, the event will take us to India, and as we are used to India cases are always a little extra strange. They leave you speechless. So, without further delay, if you are ready, let's begin towards our today's story. The event to take us to February 10, 2006, around 11:30 a.m. A woman was on her way to visit another woman named Ranjini, who had just given birth. As in the custom, she wanted to visit her at home. When she arrived, she knocked on the door repeatedly, calling out for Ranjini and her mother, but no one answered. Ranjini lived with her mother, and since she had just given birth to twins 17 days earlier, she wasn't expected to go anywhere. The visitors noticed the door was slightly ajar. She pushed it open and went inside, and what she saw with her stay was her forever. Rajani, the new mother, was lying on the floor in the corridor, covered with blood, her head separated from her body. In front of her were her two kids, 17 days old babies, their heads also severed from their bodies. The visitor froze in shock, unable to process what she was seeing. Then she ran out screaming for helping. Neighbors gathered. A man from the area entered the house. She saw the horrific scenes. They sealed the house and waited for the police. Realized that Regini's mother was missing. Soon the police and ambulance arrived, and the area was surrounded. It was small village, so everyone came out. About 40 to 45 minutes later, an older woman named Santa arrived. Regina's mother. She had gone out to run errands, and when she saw her daughter's house surrounded by police, she tried to confront her, saying, "Be strong. My God give you patience." Santa collapsed where she stood. She immediately knew that something terrible had happened. Ginny was only 20 years old on January 24, 2006. Just a few weeks earlier, she had her mother had gone to the hospital where she gave birth to her twins. They were a poor but kind and respectful family. The father was deceased, and the mother supported the household with her small income. When Regine gave birth, many neighbors came to visit daily, so she had not yet had time to register her twins' birth on the 17 days after giving birth. Her mother decided to go handle the registration herself that same day. The first time she left her daughter alone with the babies, she returned to find them all murdered. It was beyond comprehension. Police found that all three victims had been killed with a sharp weapon. Their throats had been slit. There were no signs of sexual assault or robbery. The killers came, murdered them, and left. The investigation began, and no one in the village had heard anything unusual, but four or five witnesses mentioned seeing a strange man in the area that day. Two of them specifically said they saw him enter Ranjini house and later leave calmly on a motorbike. Police brought in the witness to describe him. I told think dark-skinned man in his early 20s with a motorcycle. A sketch artist drew his face, and the witness confirmed the likeness. The police showed the sketch to Santa asking if she knew him. At first, she said no. She was traumatized and couldn't think clearly. But after some gentle questioning, she remembered something. She recalled meeting a man at the hospital when her daughter was given birth, a young man with the same feature. He had helped her carrying things, chatted with her, and told her was an orphan, that his wife was pregnant and having complications, so he was at the hospital too. She met him over 2 days there before she saw his supposed wife. He had been kind and helpful. Police asked if Rojani might have been known him or had any relationship with him. But Santa insisted, no, impossible. She even remembered that when they were leaving the hospital, Ranjini had asked her, who is that man? She saw it was clear they didn't know him personally. This made that case even stranger. Who was this man? Why was he brutally murdered a mother and her newborn twins? The only lead was the sketch. Police spread it everywhere on buses, shops, posters. The case gained national attention. Santa appears in the media, begging for justice for her daughter. Days passed without result until about 4 or 5 days later, a man called the police. He said he had seen someone matched the description at a bank withdrawing money from an ATM. Police rushed to the bank and checked the security cameras. The man looked just like the suspect, and was using a motorbike of the same color. When they checked the account, detailed the name, the card was Rajesh. They went to his listed address. His mother answered and said, yes, Rajesh is my son, but he is way working. He is in the army station in Punjab. The shocked investigation because Ranjini, husband Dever, was also a soldier, started stationed in Punjab. Was it a coincidence? They contacted the Punjab military authorities. They confirmed that Raja had taken a 1 month leave and never returned, and Deverell had been missing for 2 days without leaving or anything notice. Now both men connected to the same base were missing. Police returned to Sarah and asked more about Devil. This time she revealed something crucial. Devil was never actually married to her daughter. They had been in an illicit relationship since she was 16 years old. Santa had always disapproved, but her daughter was deeply in love with him. One day, Ranjini told her mother she was pregnant. Santa called devil demanding that the marry her daughter. Devil initially agreed, but lawyer refused, saying, "How do I even know that the baby is mine?" So Santa's originally went to the police officer called the devil and gave him two choices. Either marry her or face charges for impregnating a minor, terrifying the promises took him back in 2 months to marry her. But he never did. He didn't call, he didn't visit, even after she gave birth, even after she and the babies were murdered. Santa started to believe he was involved. Years passed. Santa never gave up. Every few years, she would reopen the case, appear in the media, and demand justice. The case went cold for 19 years. Then in 2025, she pushed again for it to be reopened. Investigators this time decided to use artificial intelligence AI, since it was now the era of advanced technology. They upload old photos of devils and registers from 2006 and asked the AI to generate their current appearances after nearly 20 years. The AI then searched social media database across India, and shockingly, it found two profiles that matches the generated faces almost perfectly. The police traced the account, found their location, and arrested both men. They were indeed Devil and Rajaj, older, married with children of their own, living quietly in a remote village under their real names again. When confronted, they confessed everything. Devil admitted yes, they had a relationship with Ranjini, but it was never serious. When she got pregnant, my family refused to the marriage. I was under pressure from her and the police, so I asked my friend Rajesh to help me to get rid of from her. Rajesh traveled to Ranjini village on leave, gained the trust of her mother at the hospital, and later attacked Regina at home when she was alone. He slit her throat and killed the two twins to eliminate witness. He called the were after the murder, and both fled, changing their identities and living off casual labor in small town for 19 years. They escaped justice until AI exposed them in April 2025. Both Divage and Raja were sentenced to death for premeditated murder, and that brings us the end of today's case. Don't forget to tell me in the comments what you think about it. Well, we will meet again soon with another story and another mystery. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye bye.